Gamers, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about a game long due I haven't done a review for, Call of Duty Ghost. As you may know, there's been a lot of mixed reviews on the forums. A lot of people either hate this game or get angry at it or don't like it. I'm going to talk about the good points of the game, and I'm going to get into the not so great points about the game. I'm not going to judge it too harshly because I'm not a huge COD fan. I play it casually, but from what I gather, I did enjoy the game. Parts and aspects of it. Again, same as BF4, I waited for patches to do a review on this game. I didn't want to judge it harshly because of restrictions and all the other stuff that happened. The bugs and the optimization of the game wasn't too great, but the patch fixed some stuff here and there. I'm gonna get into the first thing about the game, which is the single player. So long story short, the single player starts you off with a lot of action and a lot of things going on. You'll realize that it's in the past. There's going to be a devastating event that's going to happen in the United States, and you can learn that because of this, the United States are no longer a superpower. The government, the economy is all messed up, and the nation's special forces are now called Ghosts, which is the title of the game. And their job is to fight the new terrorists that are going to be using technology to destroy whatever's left of America. But what the Ghost does is to not protect the freedom of the United States or the liberty, but also to help the nation survive through the crisis. The main enemy of the game is a Ghost who is a traitor, and another thing is he's joined the Federation of South America. I know they became a federation, and they're bent on destroying the U.S. But anyways, aside from that, the thing I love about this game the most is that every single player mission that you play starts off in, there's always a piece of technology involved that's really unique and really cool to look at, or how it works. I do like looking at those a lot. It's really cool ideas, and a lot of them are real also. To me, the graphic of the game looks alright. To a lot of people, they didn't like it because there's muddy textures here and there. I mean, compared to older CODs, yes, it does look much nicer than some of the older ones, but overall, the engine of the game is completely outdated and really ancient. If you don't believe me, do your research on it, find out more about the engine of the game, but it's really poorly unoptimized, especially for the PC version of the game. So there was a lot of stuttering, there was a lot of issues. I mean, it was just insane, even with my spec. Some of the things I do like about this game also is the music to the game. Some of the music really kicks ass, some of them didn't feel it, but voice acting are decent. And the last thing I want to say is, COD is COD. It's still the same type of gameplay. It's got more guns. It still, to me, feels like a pea shooter for some reason when you shoot. There's no bullet drop really, but other than that, this time in the game there is a dog added to the game. As you can hear in the background, he's barking. I have 6 dogs myself, so I've looked at the dog carefully. He's probably the most animated character in the game. Looks kind of cool. There's a lot of other gimmicks in the game you've seen, like fish swimming away. It's pretty funny. It only happens for like 0.5 seconds, but whatever. We'll go over some of the options for you in the game. You'll see some of the building characters, some of the perks. A lot of the game modes are back. A lot of new modes are implemented. It's hard to find games because it's host-based, not server-based. Now a lot of people left the game, so it's unfortunate. But other than that, there's a lot of new multiplayer mode. One of the coolest multiplayer mode I do enjoy playing for a bit, and then got bored of real quick, is Extinction. I'll show you a little bit of that, but pretty much it's alien horde, and you try to fight back with 4 other survivors. It could really be a solid game if you polish it up a bit. Some of the things I like about the multiplayer map is that the map this time is not just small corridors where you're running down places, and it doesn't feel much linear, but more open. There's a lot of bigger maps. A lot of people don't like that because it's harder to kill people. It's too bad. I mean, it is what it is, but a lot of the areas are really cool. There's a lot of environmental disasters and zones, and also really cool effects to the map. Like there's one map that has earthquakes, or there's one map that has lightning and rain. They need to really improve on this because that's what makes the map more dynamic. They call it the dynamic level change, whatever they did, but it's a really cool aspect of the game. And then there's also environmental hazards. I haven't been able to find many of those, but supposedly they're in the game somewhere. They're not too big, they're not crazy like the ones in the Battlefield 4, but they're there. Aside from that, the gameplay, online play, everything, COD is still COD, feels like a COD game, plays like a COD game, except it isn't greater than what it is. You know, that's what people wanted. The thing that bugged me the most about this game is how poorly optimized it was when it was released. It was ass, played like ass, and it was just like a turn off for me, so I didn't play it at all. But the thing that pissed off a lot of people about this was the fact that the game required 6 gigs to run. If you were under that limit by even, you know, 0.1 or whatever, it doesn't run at all. Recently they patched it down to 4 gigs, which is okay. But another thing is the game is also 64-bit only. You can only run this game on 64-bit, which also pissed off a lot of people. So it was cramming down next generation hardware upgrade on people's throat, which is a no-no. And the other thing the game didn't have that pissed off a lot of people also is the FOV changer. How could you not have an FOV changer in a game like this? Even, you know, other games have it. They implemented it. They still haven't implemented it, and people are patching that up themselves. So, you know, at your own risk. So pretty much to sum it all up, I do enjoy the single player. I do enjoy the story that went on in this game over BF4. However, I'm not a big fan of the multiplayer, but I do like the way the maps are made in the multiplayer. They're really cool and well done. The graphics are okay, like I said before. They're not the greatest. The game itself didn't revolutionize anything. It's still COD. You know, COD will always be COD. Hopefully the next COD will be great. Other than that, the biggest gripes on the game was some of the graphic blurriness, and the requirements that were needed to run this game were outrageous. It pissed people off. Overall, a lot of COD fans are pissed. A lot of people who weren't COD fans were still pissed. I mean, people were pissed in general over anything, but who cares? If you like what you see about this game, or you like what you've seen, go ahead and pick it up. You know, go ahead and agree to this if you want to. You can disagree if you want to. It's your opinion. Overall, you know, good game to play. Probably wait for a price drop to buy it yourself. Other than that, you know, remember, pick the game to play for yourself. Enjoy it for your own enjoyment, and game on.
He's going for the truck! We have to find him! Get across! Quick!